Up next on End of the Day Beer Review, we're going to be looking at Even More Hygge. I don't know how to pronounce this actually, H-Y-G-G-E. It's an Imperial Stout brewed and canned by SandCity Company in collaboration with Evil Twin Brewing. Up next on End of the Day Beer Review. Hi everybody, my name is Rich and welcome back to End of the Day Beer Review. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please consider liking and subscribing this video if you enjoy the content. And if you're someone who's been part of the channel for a while, welcome back. Today we are going to be looking at a collaboration between SandCity and Evil Twin Brewing Company, and this is called Even More Hygge. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It's spelled H-Y-G-G-E, and I am sure I'm butchering it. Now, this is an Imperial Stout, and it is brewed and canned by SandCity Brewing Company. That's in Northport, which is on Long Island, where I live in New York. And it's in collaboration with Evil Twin Brewing Company. And this is an Imperial Stout. First time I've ever seen it, but there is a warning that this contains lactose and trace amount of nuts. So if you have an allergy, this is definitely not the stout for you. And this stout was just given to me by my friend Kevin. So Kevin, thank you so much. Just finally got around to try it. And this is a whopping 14.5% alcohol. So I don't think this is going to be one of those beers that you're going to have a lot of. This is probably exactly what I'm looking for. A nice little end of the day type of stout. So let's crack it open. And there's no description on the can whatsoever on what the flavor profile is going to be, so I'm sort of going into this blind. And this may not be the perfect glass for this, but I want you to be able to see the pour and see what the beer looks like. I'm not getting any sort of nose right off the bat, so there's no aroma filling the bar right now. Oh, wait, I take that back. As I pour, I'm starting to get some notes of chocolate. And this is a dark beer. I mean, I don't even think you would say that's brown. That's just jet black with a nice dark caramel colored head, some serious legs to it, and some nice lacing on the glass, which, I mean, 14.5, I am not surprised to see this sort of hanging on to the side of the glass like that. Let's check the nose. I'm getting some distinct chocolate here. Almost, I don't want to say brownie, but it's almost a fudge brownie type of aroma I'm getting. A nice roastiness to the back end of it also in the head on this one. But yeah, I think what I'm getting most over the top right now is this dark sort of chocolate brownie flavored smell to it. So, you know, I'm sort of excited about that. I know I did that Pecans stout a couple of weeks ago, and it was surprising how much chocolate there was in it. And, you know, it had a very similar aroma to this. That was the Pecans I Assure You We Make Stout video, which I think is actually the intro video to this channel. So if you want to check it out, please go right ahead. Well, the head is pretty much dissipated. There's a little bit of carbonation on the top. Let's go for the most important thing. You know, I'm getting some roastiness. I'm not getting the chocolate. I fully expected this just to be overwhelmingly chocolate, and it's not there. In fact, if anything, I'm trying to figure out what that flavor is. You know, I have to say, what I'm getting the most of from this is sort of the alcohol. In fact, the alcohol, not so much a burn, but the alcohol flavor, which I'm not the biggest fan of, to be honest with you, is what's overwhelming here. I'm getting a little chocolate on the back end, but nowhere near what I expected with the nose that this thing has. Yeah, you know, I hate to say this, but I almost feel like this is a little too boozy. The sort of alcohol flavor to it, I guess almost the bitterness. And it's funny, the alcohol bitterness to this, or it's not even a burn. It just sort of wipes out every other flavor. So I'm not getting a tremendous amount of chocolate. I'm not getting a tremendous amount of roastiness. It's there. It's just not at all what I expected. In fact, yeah, it's sort of bitter going down. It's actually not what I expected at all. And you know, normally I try to be as positive as possible with the reviews. But with this one, I don't want to say it's not bad. It's very drinkable. But from the nose, I expected this complex chocolate, roasty, almost coffee flavor to it. And none of that is there. It's just sort of the alcohol that I taste. And there's a slight burn in the stomach, but the alcohol really is just living and breathing right on your tongue. It's not as enjoyable a stout as I expected it to be. Yeah, I feel like the alcohol just wipes out the entire flavor profile of this particular beer. So, would I recommend this? Actually, I'm going to say no. No, I wouldn't. You know, if you've had it, if you have Even More Hygge and you've tried it yourself, I'd love to hear what you think about it. And, you know, it could just be my palate. And you know, that's the thing with these reviews. I am making sort of a judgment on this based on my own palate. And my palate just does not enjoy this beer at all. In fact, I'm not even sure I want to finish this one. You know, the alcohol is there. There's a little bitterness on the back of the tongue, but otherwise it's just unremarkable as a beer, which is really sort of disappointing because SandCity, every time I've had a beer of theirs that says Even Mo, it's been fantastic. So I don't know what about this beer just didn't work out, but it just is not the flavorful piece I expected. And again, you know, if you disagree with me, please feel free, jump in on the comments. Maybe I'm missing the point of this one, but to me, it seems almost as though the brewery went too high on the alcohol, and that alcohol just sort of obliterated the taste profile of the beer. And to me, this is not worth actually getting into and finishing. So again, it's Even More Hygge. It's an Imperial Stout brewed and canned by SandCity Brewing Company in collaboration with Evil Twin Brewing, which both of those are phenomenal breweries, but I feel like this one just did not hit the mark. Again, if you have tried this and you disagree, I would love to hear other people's comments on this. I'm sure there's someone out there who would happily tell me how wrong I am and, you know, why this is the best beer they've ever had. But for me, it just does not do the trick, and I don't think this is one that I would be looking for or trying to grab again. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. Normally I say I'll be finishing this off, but I really don't think I'm going to be finishing this one off. I think I'm going to let this one go and try to find another one and do another review tonight so I don't end on a negative note for my evening. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Please comment. If you've had this particular beer, Even More Hygge, I'd love to hear another opinion. Maybe I'm just missing the point of this one. Anyway, folks, good night. I'm going to go and find myself a different beer and have a good evening.